Hello and welcome to Module 2 of FX, Foreign Exchange. And now we're looking at Topic 4, where we're looking at closing or adjusting the date of a forward. So in the previous topic, we looked at how forward rates are calculated. But now what happens in the case where you've entered into an FEC contract and you need to adjust the date? Because it's an FEC and it's a contract, it means you're basically obliged to buy or sell your foreign currency on the date specified by the contract. So what actually happens in the case where you need to make some adjustments? So take, for example, an importer who needs to buy US dollars, but then for some reason the shipment gets delayed, or the shipment comes early, the shipment of the goods comes early, and payment needs to be made on a date before or after the FEC contract date. Well, that's what we're going to look at next. So moving the date of an FEC. So if we look at the slide over here, we've got two dates. So number one, you've got the original FEC. So now if you look at the previous topic of how an FEC is actually calculated, you'll see that it's not as simple as, going into a system and just changing the date and pressing enter. The FEC has to be unwound or reversed. And what that simply means is that the original FEC stays in place, but then on the day that you need to change the date, you will then enter into an FEC with the same date, the same amount, but in the opposite direction. So if you were buying dollars, you will now enter into an FEC for the same date, the same amount, but now selling the dollars. And what that does, if you've got a buy and a sell, same amount, same date, the two actually cancel each other. And then what you could then do is then you enter into an FEC for the new maturity date that you need. So basically what we've looked at is if you want to shorten the maturity, you keep the original in place, you do an opposite to close it out, and then you enter into a new FEC. And the same would be for extending the date of an FEC. So if you had an original maturity to one date, to either, let's say for example, buy dollars, to close that position, you would enter into an equal but opposite transaction to sell the dollars, and then you would take out the FEC for the new date that you require. So I encourage you to go into the training manuals to look at the worked examples with some figures that will also help to clarify and give you more explanations, further explanations of how this works, and also the pricing implications of that. But I hope that through this clip you understand the basic concept of how to adjust the dates of an FEC contract. Thank you.